Hi there, it's Natasha and today I have a small haul for you. These items are all from AliExpress and I will have all of the links to the items below in the description box. So first up I have these flowers. I always have lots of flowers, and these top ones are for, you could either make little individual flowers or you could add dimension onto these ones. These flowers measure about 2.5 inches, give or take, the fact that they are curved flowers. Next up I have some funny dies. I have these dies here, and I remember at the time thinking, oh, that would be really cool, I'll definitely make those. Well, they've arrived and I don't remember how to make them or what I thought they would be good for. So I've got one here that I have created. They kind of create 3D stars, I guess. And so I've just die cut one here, and this one is, it's really easy. You just sort of fold each of the score lines that they create, or the serrated lines that they create, and then these ones you want to create mountains out of and go all around, and then the middle ones kind of naturally create the valleys, and then all these little tabs you just want to fold under, and then that creates your star. Perhaps you could use these little tabs to adhere them down onto a card, I'm not sure. So anyhow, this is the biggest one for reference, and there's obviously a medium and a small. So I will try and remember how I thought I might use those. Okay, next up I have this little diamond die, and I've just cut it out here out of some cardstock. I purchased this one and have used it on a mixed media project. I cut it out of some chipboard to use on a mixed media project, and it worked really well. It cuts beautifully. I may use it on some cards, but I'm not sure. Don't have any plans for it at the minute, but it could come in handy. And this one measures about, I think it's about 4 inches. Yeah, about 4 inches by 2 inches across. So that's that one. Next up I have these letters. Now I'm not going to take them all out of the bag, I'm sorry, but these are the dies, and they measure just over 1 inch tall and about 3/4 of an inch wide. This piece of paper is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so that's just to give you sort of a reference point. And I've cut them out of some white paper just so that you can see what they're like. They're kind of nice big letters in comparison to some of the ones I've ordered before, so looking forward to using those. Okay, next up I actually have an embossing folder. I don't buy too many embossing folders, but I do use them occasionally, and this one just caught my eye. So this is what it looks like when it's embossed, and depending on which side you want to use, and it's a pretty, not too far off regular size. It's 5 3/4 inches by 4 1/4 inches. So it won't quite cover a card front, but I'm sure that you could use the pattern twice over to make it cover a card front if need be. So that's that one. Next up I have this one here. This is a layering die, and I think there's either 2 or 3 layers, I can't remember, to the set. I have just purchased one of them, obviously. Sometimes I feel like when I purchase all of the layers to the set, my cards sort of end up looking the same. They come out looking the same. So sometimes I just buy one to the layering set and challenge myself to use it in different ways with just the one. I did use a little bit of foam under this one to die cut it, to make it die cut nicely, only because it's got a whole lot of holes and die cutting to do, and some of the lines are intricate. So that's that one. This one is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so this will cover an entire card front, this die. Next up I have these roses, and this one's really cool. So I have die cut this bottom one here out for you to see, and it just, so the top one and the bottom one are the same like that. They a slightly different pattern, but they just cut the innards, and the bottom one only has a little die that you can die cut out around the rose so that it would come free of the paper, if that's not too confusing, if I haven't confused you. So that would cut out the rose, and this would look really gorgeous if you did like a die cut inlay technique or had some glitter paper underneath it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to using these roses. Next up I have this little stamp set. This is some aliens or monsters. I'm not sure which one they are. It says, have a monster birthday and hope your birthday is out of this world. I've actually used this stamp set already. I couldn't help myself, and I have a video coming out after this haul video. I will post the video using these little monsters. So it's just got some little planets and spaceships and rockets and little monsters. So yeah, that's that. And then last but kind of not least, I have purchased some, these are some brads. These are brass and silver brads, and I purchased some of these a little while ago, then I lost them, so I ordered them again, then I found my old ones. So now I have 2 bags of these, but anyhow, just showing you in case I use these soon in an upcoming card. Speaking of brads, I got these ones mainly because they're so cute. These ones are teeny tiny brads in all different colours, obviously. Then speaking of brads, I was going on a real haul. These 2 here, I will try and show you what they're like up close if I can. So one of them has the little cross and one just has straight across. These are great for masculine cards, and I saw them and they cost a little bit more than just the plain ones, but I thought they would be really fun. So obviously, like, they look like they're for a screwdriver, so they look like they're screws. Anyhow, so those are pretty cool. And then last but not least, I picked up these enamel dots. As you can see by this sheet of paper, this is a tiny little sheet of dots. I guess the sheet itself is about 3 3/4 by whatever, 2.5, give or take. It was only about 80 or 90 cents US. However, I probably wouldn't purchase them again because I have the Nuvo drops and they work out more cost efficient for me. So there are lots and lots of different varieties of these on AliExpress, definitely. Anyhow, that was my haul for today. If you have any questions, then flick me a comment below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks. Bye.